Welcome to Tattoo America, where we explore the colorful world of tattooing. In this episode, New York City tattoo artist Friday Jones takes us to Reno, Nevada for a very special tattoo convention. Then we meet award-winning and tattoo cover girl, Michelle Legg. All this and more, right here on Tattoo America.
Rogers, and I get all of my tattoos from Waylon Rogers in Oklahoma City at Cannibal Graphics.
I'm Friday Jones for Tattoo America, and we're here in downtown Reno, Nevada, celebrating National Tattoo Association's 32nd annual convention. This is one of the oldest conventions in the country, and you see some really salty dogs here, along with some top talent from the world over. So, let's go check it out. To represent and volunteer at National Tattoo Association year after year. How many years have you been doing it? Oh, since 88. 88. So you've seen a lot of changes in the industry. Oh, yeah. And does National represent something, maybe a core value? That
National is family.
Yeah?
This is what tattoos are about.
What is that? What would you say if someone's like, what do we get off on out here?
Just, you know, quality people, true to the craft.
The craft, yeah.
But you know, gosh, what can I say? How can I say how deep these people are? You know, these are the real people of tattooing.
Massive freehanding going on here. This is a freehanded back piece, probably going to take about 12 hours. How long did you take to draw? How long did it take to draw that?
2 hours.
Like 2 hours of drawing? Nice. Yeah. What do you reckon? Like 10 hours or like?
We're just going to outline it and maybe get some shading today. So.
It's going to be really something to see.
In 8 hours, we'll be able to get 16 hours.
All right. Okay. This is how you get to work big back pieces like that in 10 hours. Best Tattooist Award. So. You're seeing the artistry grow and grow. Way more oil painters and traditionally minded artists are involved in tattooing. Never happened before. Usually it was craftsmanship. It was key, but now we're seeing so many more artists.
This is manual.
Trying to make sure that craftsmanship. Well, you know, I know you stay really busy with your trade because your style is really distinctive. This is all, you know, JoJo's work. But what's the street trade coming in? What are people getting nowadays? Would you say are the trends? Is it text? Because everybody's saying, here, I download this font. I spend for hours.
I'm glad there's less T-shirts coming in.
Less T-shirts?
Yeah, people used to
tap out or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the whole the gothic garb, you know, thing. There's less of that coming in, so that's actually pretty cool.
Okay.
People are actually kind of leaning more into letting us have a little more freedom to draw and stuff. So that's
God
working
bless
out.
it, right?
Yeah.
More artists now.
That's working out a little bit. Plus, I mean, you know, we got a few more years in than some of the other guys that are just kind of popping up here and there. So we got a little bit of Jedi mind control over some of this stuff, you know. So,
like a diamond.
So we're taking advantage of that.
Hi, Melissa. Hi, Aaron.
What's your time already, right?
This is like the first family of tattooing. Aaron, Melissa, and Leah Bell. They have 3 shops? 2 shops in Seattle. Aaron is a consummate illustrator. You see his book covers everywhere, magazine covers, tattoo books, sketchbooks.
All the proceeds going to Japan right now.
All the proceeds going to Japan right now. And Melissa, you're like the PTA mom, right? Slash administrator.
Yeah.
Right? Now, what's that like being, you know, a heavily tattooed, bombastic, beautiful woman in the PTA meetings?
It's just fun.
Really? There's no, like, is there curiosity?
Yeah, I suppose. Some tattoo consults, passing out business.
Tattoo consults, right?
Yeah, yeah.
With my little ring around my ankle kind of thing?
Yeah.
All right, we'll come up here and shake my hand for the shot. All right. Good to see you, Erin. All right. Okay. Bye, kitty.
Thanks, guys. Hey, thank you.
Lyle Tuttle. Who are you with here?
With Apache Joe here, who's going to be roasted tonight in here at National Tattoo Convention.
Getting ready for the roast, I see. I'm ready. About noon here in some Bloody Marys. Ready to get roasted, and you got roasted 2 years ago, so it's good company.
Roasted every day, honey.
I want to get roasted one day, so this is how to do it, right? You just keep up with the other things.
She was a roaster at my roast, and she came up with some stuff that was. She actually that night was on when she was on stage, giving her delivery. She's the Lisa Lampanelli of the tattoo.
You got to come out the gate roasted. That's the secret. Roast out the gate.
When she was my roaster, she was on stage. Ed Hardy was roaster. She was wearing an Ed Hardy designer camouflage.
Hi, my name's Ashley. I live in Austin, Texas. I love Mario Sanchez's work. He's been tattooing me for about 5 years now. I do hair and makeup in Austin, Texas for almost 7 years now. I love the artwork. It's beautiful. That's why all my tattoos are so very bright.
Tell us all about the awards you won.
Well, I won Best All Over Female, which of course is the biggest and proudest one ever. I also won for my sleeve. So, and that's St. Mark, New Breed, and the legs are Jerry Frost from New Breed as well, so I've kept it in the family.
So it's really about a partnership. I mean, you're a great representative of what this art really is about.
Right.
It's a partnership between you
and the style that they have. Yes, making a full body of it, basically.
Your longest session?
I can tell you that my leg took exactly 1 year. This leg.
Okay. So, do you remember, was there any session that was really memorable where you're like doing 6 hours at a time?
I can tell you that I did 14 hours on my side.
You did 14 hours in one night, Boo?
Yes.
What was that like?
One break to get a pizza.
Woman, how do you deal with that?
Bactine.
It was Bactine the whole time?
No, take a break, spray some Bactine on a paper towel, tape it on you, take a 5-minute break, go back, nicely numb for a good 20 minutes.
Was this in 2006 when you were first starting to get work?
Yes, it was my first competition for Detroit.
So do you think that was part of your focus of like powering through that 14 hours? I mean, really, that's big, that's a lot to ask.
We had to get done in 14 hours. That evening had to be finished because it takes a whole 2 weeks to heal.
Okay, so you knew you were going up for competition,
right?
And that's really what we're talking about.
And it was my first competition as well, and I won.
That's what takes it to the next level, then, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like knowing you're going to compete,
exactly,
knowing you represent your artist,
exactly,
and yourself,
and knowing that it's award-winning work.
Contestant number 2, Michelle Legg. The artist Jerry Frost.
Then, if you went in like best overall, the best female at nationals, like what would you say? What would be the trophy of choice in your mind? As many as accolades as you have.
Well, best all over female is the best. I mean,
well,
that is
is there a particular show or any?
Nationals in New York is always my favorite.
New York City.
Yes.
So what would you?
Absolutely on the top of my list.
All right.
I miss New York the last 2 years. I miss it.
I've
got to go back.
So turned out.
That's my favorite show.
I feel bad for them over there when you roll up.
I hope so.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Friday, for a very interesting look at the National Tattoo Association's Tattoo Convention. If you want to know more about Friday Jones, go to fridayjones.net. And to see more of Michelle Legg, go to hellonwheels.com. And that's it for this episode of Tattoo America. We leave you with Jen from Daytona Beach, Florida. See you on the road.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm from Daytona Beach, Florida. I got my first tattoo when I was 17. I love B-rate horror movies. Love B-rate horror movies.